We had just finished dinner and drank a couple of bottles of wine and talked about the old days. Suddenly he came around the table and bent down toward me. He gave me a long hug and told me that he thinks that I'm cute. I remember that I leaned my head to the side and he started stroking my neck, and he said that he's really attracted to me and that he thinks that I'm attracted to him too. So I pushed his hands away and I got up from my chair. I remember being both surprised and a little irritated with him, but I thanked him for the compliment and I said, "This is wrong." And I told him that I saw him as a friend and nothing else. After that, maybe just a few minutes later, I collected the plates and went to the kitchen and started washing them off. He came after me and put his arm around me, and he held me quite tightly. He said that I want him, and I pushed him away and I told him to stop. I told him that I'm not interested in him in anything more than a friend. I tried to say it friendly, so not to anger him. I thought it would be easier to get rid of him that way. I was about to ask him to leave, but he came at me again, and he pushed his hips against me, and he put his arms around me. I pushed him away, and I told him to stop, and his face turned red, and he was angry. I was scared, so I walked down the hallway, and I stopped. He asked why I had invited him. I looked at him and said, "I want you to leave. This is wrong." But instead of leaving, he grabbed my arm and dragged me to the sofa, and he pushed me down. This is when I began to understand what was happening. I told him I didn't want this, and I asked him to stop. He just held me down, and I started crying. He started ripping my dress, and then he pulled off my underwear. I tried to get away by hitting him, but he grabbed my arms and put them above my head. I remember him pulling down his pants, but this is about the last thing that I remember. I tried to kick him, but he penetrated me, and he kept penetrating me. I don't know how long it was. I just wanted it to be over. And when he was finished, he just put his clothes back on and left.